So the DNA test, Lewis Gates has been using the DNA test for years, where people can trace back their ancestry. For African American people, can trace back their roots. Even white people, people of every descent can find out their heritage, where their family comes from, if they're mixed with. And the thing is that DNA tests discovers that a lot of African Americans have about 3 to 40% of European ancestry inside them in their DNA. That means that because this comes from Africa, a lot of slave masters would have sex with a lot of African women. They were raped. They would come into their cabins at night and force them for sexual, for their sexual pleasures. They would buy African. They see back in the early 1900s, 1800s, 1700s, a lot of white slave guys would buy off a lot of black slaves, female slaves, and they would use them for breeding. They would breed mixed kids with them. So of course what a lot of African Americans don't know is that, sad to say, that some, not all, depends on your ancestry, your history, that a lot of black African Americans do have some white family members, and they don't know about, cousins removed. You know that means that everybody's pretty much mixed. Even there are white people who have black ancestry. That means they have black relatives that they don't know about. You don't have to be the same color, the same hair, the same skin tone. You don't have to have the same, you have to be the same race, because there was a lot of mixing going around between white and black people, because the white slave owners would have sex with the female. There was a lot of mixing going around. And there were black men who had sexual relations with white women in the 17, 1800s, 1600s. Sometimes white women would sneak in and have sex with a slave, black slave. She had some lust for a black guy. So yes, so there, it's very creepy, because when I saw Louis Gates TV series 7 years ago, he had on Chris Rock, Whoopi Goldberg. He had on a lot of famous people. He had on uh, a lot of people on the show. He had a lot of black people on the show, famous black people on that show. And Morgan Freeman, they get to find out about their history and their lie, what kind, and some of them found out they're, and Louis Gates is a mixed man. He didn't, he looks like a black man, but he's mixed with, he has uh, grandparents who are mixed, and they look white. He's 50% African American and 50% European. That means because his slave masters were having sexual relations with his black, with black women. So he comes out. That's why he's 50% European and 50% African American. So a lot of black people don't know who they are. Like black people, I'm not gonna tell you. I don't haven't took it in. I don't really want to know. But I think Chris Rock found out or somebody, they had Chris Tucker. He found out he's about 10% European. And he's 3% Indian. He's mixed. He has a mixed family too. So he has family from his European side, his Indian side, that he doesn't even know about. But the DNA test is usually where people can go back and trace their past history, their lives, their family, and find out where they come from, who their people was, what kind of lives they lived. They have papers they can show. It's I think a lot of black people should do it to find out where they come from, because I think a lot of black people are confused. They don't know who they are. They know they come from. They know they're Africans. They know they come from Africa. They're descendants from African, but they don't know these people. The people that had their their cousins and ancestors. Who these people are. So I think a lot of black people should take a DNA test to find out about their history, where they come from, who their people are, so they don't go through life confused as who are me, I don't know who I am. So Miss J here, peace.